In aquaculture, the basic thing we should know in the hatchery is ponds. Ponds are used to keeping the water inside with the fishes. Care of the ponds should be taken solemnly, especially for fish larvae. It is because if the ponds are not clean enough, the risk for the fishes to get sick are high. The water sources which are put into the fish ponds should be clean and of high quality. We must set up the pond with aeration devices to make sure that the dissolved oxygen in the water enough for the fishes to survive and grow healthy. The existence of level rearing tank is important in fish hatchery. It should completed with water inlet and water outlet system, air system, sterilization and filters as well as feeding system. The newly hatched larvae are put in these tanks for their growth and are given with live feeds in the early stage. For the broodstock tank, hatchery usually have a separate broodstock conditioning room which places the broodstock tank. The room is important for several purposes such as selection of mature broodstock, for spawning purpose as well as for handling the artificial spawning of broodstock. The broodstock tank is important in hatchery in order to isolate the broodstock from other ground fishes. As for egg incubation tank, hatchery in general have an egg incubation tank area which placed near the broodstock room. The incubation tanks of eggs are complete with aeration system. Hatchery usually install square shape of tanks or round shape for eggs incubation tank which usually depend on the species to be rare in the hatchery. As we know that electric supply is very important for the hatchery system. The function of the electric is for power to switch on and off the aeration and the power for lighting in the hatchery. Besides, aeration devices are also important to maintain the dissolved oxygen in the water tank. Other than that, laboratory is also very important and must be in the hatchery. Laboratory was function as to do the research and to study about the disease or species of the fish. For example, we also can get information from the research that we had to do to prevent any problem that happened in the hatchery. The material of the greenhouse is suitable for being used for the hatchery roof because it is translucent, so it makes it easier for light penetrates during the farming time. This thing is very helpful especially on some hatchery that wants to make their own food for their larvae by using biofloc system even they are in the hatchery. This equipment is quite important on the rearing process because it helps in reducing the chance of cultured animals to easily get involved with disease because we'll filter the water that wants to be used so it will be free from contaminants. Biosecurity is the establishment and implementation of a system or procedures to prevent the introduction of pathogens into a fish hatchery from outside the facility or into a section of the hatchery from another section in the same hatchery. Pathogens, which also known as bacteria, parasites, fungi, and viruses, are infection agents that can cause disease. As for storeroom, store is place where things are kept to prevent messy place which may cause harm or injury to a person.